Hello everyone and welcome to my channel, Siriana Tarot. This is going to be a reading for my dearest Leos out there. Leos, this is going to be your full moon lunar eclipse in Gemini reading. Now, eclipses are times when cosmic energies push for outdated, unhealthy, karmic endings of timelines and connections. They're times when we experience dramatic shifts, so when the sun and the moon meet, but it also gives us the power to expand onto our higher path. Eclipses bring an intense buildup of old emotions, energy, and in many ways can be described as a massively intensified full moon. Now, this full moon is in Gemini, and full moons are for releasing. And we're being encouraged as a collective to get in touch with our needs, evaluate our beliefs using fact, and communicate more effectively. And all of this is going to really help us bring about the changes that we've been wanting and truthfully that we've been needing. This epic full beaver moon lunar eclipse highlights the Gemini-Sagittarius axis. So we're specifically being called to find balance between our beliefs, our ideals, our need for freedom, and our communication skills. So basically, the goal here is to be as objective as we possibly can and reflect on our feelings, plan on the best way to communicate what we've learned to those around us. It's really important that you be gentle and compassionate with yourself. Keep in mind that full moon eclipses are potent and 4 times as energetically triggering as a normal full moon. It may be a little more challenging for my Gemini, Sag, Virgo, and Pisces natives out there, or if you're dealing with one of these or you have these energies in your chart. They're going to be feeling a lot of pressure, but it may also bring a little bit of sparkle into our lives as well. Okay, Leos, so let's go ahead and get started. But before I do, I'm going to ask that you like this video and subscribe to the channel. Also, if you're interested in a private reading or you want to get your hands on the decks that I'm using, you can check out the description box down below. So let's go ahead and invite spirit, angels, ancestors, loved ones who have passed, spirit guides, and ascended masters to this space to deliver the messages my Leos need to hear. Messages for Leos, please, for this full moon lunar eclipse in Gemini. Messages for my Leos. I just hear you guys purring. All right, Leos, let's see what you're purring about. Okay. All right. Okay. King of Cups. Beautiful. Some of you might be Cancer, Leo, cusp people. All right. 4 of Wands in reverse. Knight of Cups in reverse. The Sun in reverse. Leo, what's going on? 8 of Swords in reverse. We've got the Akashic Records. Wow. Wow. Okay. Really, really important stuff going on here. And the 6 of Wands in reverse. Okay, Leos. I see a lot of, I see separation here. I see an energy of things not really coming together. But the High Priestess, you are on a very intensely spiritual journey. Some of you might be dealing with a Cancer or a Pisces energy with this King of Cups, or you might have a lot of water in your chart, or again, be on the cusp here. The High Priestess energy is there's a lot going on behind the scenes. There are a lot of secrets. There may be illusions. But the High Priestess, she's not somebody who's out and about. She's somebody who's really going within or has gone within for the answers. I'm also seeing a really huge, crown chakra activation going on here. And I did just get sort of like, Leo, there's a need to purge something. There's a need to release. There's something that's really bubbling up to the surface here. Now, you guys are coming out as the King of Cups. This is the only upright card in the deck. So Leos, right off the bat, I'm going to say you guys are I feel like you guys are in a really chaotic environment or in a very difficult situation. So whether this is in love, whether even if you're single, like there's just a lot of really chaotic energy around you. You might be, really helping people who are going through divorce and through separation. Some of you guys, might be getting like a lot of flack like this holiday season from members of your family for not being with somebody or not having taken a conventional path. But I see you in true Leo fashion being like, you know what, I don't give a bleep. This King of Cups here, he's holding his Two of Cups. He's maintaining balance, and we can see that he's in alignment here as well, despite what's going on around him. And Leos, I feel like you also realize and recognize you don't quite understand. You know there's something going on. You can't quite put your finger on it, but somehow you're keeping your cool. Okay, and I think this is because you've really gone within. You're really trusting your spiritual powers, your alignment, really working with your angels and your guides, despite all of this stuff that's going on around you. So people are seeing you as the Four of Wands in reverse. So the Four of Wands in reverse and the Six of Wands in reverse, what I'm getting here is that you might be going through a separation, or you might be in separation. I'm feeling like there's a lot of love here. Okay, now it could be that you're having differences with family or coworkers, or maybe even you're thinking about leaving a job. But for many of you, this is about your soulmate union or twin flame energy, because this is energy of 1111, and the Four of Wands is telling me that you are in waiting. So this person might be at a distance from you, Leo, or you guys might be in separation, or if you guys are together, there's emotional distance. But it's like you're in this King of Cups energy. You're channeling your energy into creative flow, and despite everything that's going on around you, you're still okay. All right, so what's blocking you? We get the Knight of Cups, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces energy. It could be your person. It could be an aspect of you, but there's something here about being non-committal. Now, it could be that you felt like you could be dealing with a player, or you could be dealing with a runner. Is actually more than a player. And I feel like it's making you really unhappy, but I feel like you have a really deep knowing, Leo, that this is your person. Or this is a spiritual connection, a deep spiritual connection with the High Priestess. The Sun is in the reverse, but it's still the happiest card in the deck, and it can also be my twin flame energy or a deep soul connection. But for whatever situation it is, you're dealing this energy of not committing, okay, or somebody who is like playing you, or maybe you're not committing to a certain situation. And again, maybe that's because you're really okay with where you are. Okay. It doesn't necessarily mean that, somebody's not committing to you. You just might be saying, you know what, I'm cool the way things are. I'm cool where I am, because really you are. You're the only upright card out on the table here. Okay. But there's a real need for clear communication. My throat chakra is acting up. It hasn't been at all until this reading. What you need to do to overcome any of your obstacles, or these obstacles here, or this Knight of Cups in reverse energy, is to just continue to be in alignment, to shine, to channel your energy into your spiritual journey, because you get the Akashic Records, you get the High Priestess. I mean, these are the two most spiritual cards in the deck, that there's some sort of higher purpose to what's going on, even if you can't quite pinpoint it. Even if you're also kind of like, this isn't really ideal what's unfolding in this relationship or this separation or in my life. Like, things aren't really, like, I shouldn't be feeling this good despite what's going on around me. Okay, and that's what I'm getting with this Sun card as well. What you need to do within the Eight of Swords. This is you, I feel like this is you coming out of a prison of your own making. I mean, I actually feel like you are. I think you're avoiding it, and Spirit wants you to know that there is something that's hidden from you. With the Eight of Swords in reverse, they're showing me the Seven of Swords. That's the card of theft, or a card of old crimes. There's someone or something that's been taking from you energy, love, time, money. And I think you're coming into this awareness. I think you've forgiven yourself, Leo, for whatever involvement that you've had in this, because you're realizing that's not your cross to bear. Okay, I do apologize about background noise, but this is not your cross to bear, and you realize that, you know what, this too shall pass, but I'm cool with what I'm doing. You're emotionally balanced, you're being creative, you're tapped into higher wisdom. What you need to know is exactly that. You are tapped into higher wisdom. Some of you may be accessing the Akashic records. Some of you may be, doing, I get you're doing really high level spiritual work, and what's happening around you in the 3D is just like not even touching you. It can't even touch you. And there's certain things, Leo, that you can't transmit to others, but you can do that energetically, because I do get that you're telepathically communicating, you're in touch with your guides and your angels, but I feel like when it comes to like 3D work, there's a little bit of a disconnect here. And with the Akashic records, it is because you're doing very, very high level spiritual work here, Leo. And so the 3D, it's almost like you're not attending to the 3D. Okay. And there's a little bit of a warning here, Leo, because with the 6 of Wands in reverse, they're showing me the 5 of Wands, which can create a little bit of struggle. Things can be a little bit messy, but I feel like you're not even bothered by it, because you're just like, yep, I'm going to go meditate. I'm off. I'm doing my, you know what I mean? I'm journaling. I'm doing my lucid dreaming now. Leave me alone, like whatever it is. And it's actually a really beautiful, calming energy, but I do feel like there's a little bit of a warning that you could have relationships break down in the 3D, which is fine. Some of those these karmic situations need to come to an end. And if this is how you're dealing with it, then fine. All right. There is, any sort of, I think you may have I feel like this is more past energy though, Leo, that you're coming into a very sort of high level of spiritual awareness, cosmic intellect or cosmic wisdom that's showing you the things that need to drop away. And you know what? I feel like you're allowing them to drop away. Okay. And why the dog is going absolutely nuts, I have no idea. Hold on one second, Leos. And with the 6 of Wands in reverse, I do feel like things in the 3D just may be getting a little bit, things are getting a little bit messy. But I think you also realize that I just feel this intense amount of, strength coming from you. And despite what might seem like it's falling apart around you, like you're good. Okay, you're good. You're tapped into something higher. But again, I do keep sort of getting I get the need for grounding and the need to attend to 3D matters. Okay, because we are here. We are sparks of God. We are spiritual beings having a human experience, and we do have to attend to those things. Okay, so let's go ahead and see what else comes through. Because this may, I do feel like this lunar eclipse, again, you might be releasing, you might be releasing a partnership or walking away from someone or something. And it's going to be difficult. Okay. It's going to be difficult, but you're really trusting your intuition and your guidance, your inner guidance at this time. You guys are just like so cool. Lemuria returns, earthy spirituality, community, and ocean conservation. I told you there's a need for grounding. There is a little bit of a need for grounding here, my dear Leos. The spiritual work you've been doing is very intense. But it's almost like you will be needed here back on Earth. Okay, like your community, your soul tribe, your people, your relationship, your love, like you are needed back here. You're needed back here is what I'm getting. Okay. But I also get that, that 29 breaking down to an 11 with the 4 of Wands, you may be very, very focused on, I feel like, on meditation. Many of you might be trying to call in your twin flame or a deep soul connection where you guys are meeting in the dream space, where you guys are meeting in the remote soul planes. And this is especially true for many of my star seeds as well. But what I'm getting here is, that work is beautiful. But if we live too much in that spiritual realms or in the mental body, it's going to change, our physical body. And we really do need to find balance, and we need some grounding here, Leo. Okay. Yeah. Okay. And then we get the return of Aphrodite. Wow. So some of you guys, this is what you're calling in. Aphrodite, when she comes back, I do have these two dolphins. So for many of you, this is going to be about love or soulmates or twin flame energy. I see that you're calling in peace. Many of you guys, with Aphrodite, she's about, she's about the physical body, the birth of the goddess, your body being your temple. What I'm getting here, Leos, is the real need for you to redirect some energy back into what you're eating, to exercise, to grounding, to being here in the 3D, that you've been doing some super high level, beautiful spiritual work. And it has its time, and it has its place, and it has its purpose. And it's like, I'm just getting, Leo, come back now. Okay, there's certain things that we have to attend to. And for many of you, it's because they don't want you to miss out on this very potent, very intimate 3D experience that wants to come into your life. Okay, some of you guys, you may be finding out that you're pregnant, or you may have found out that you were pregnant. Okay, and I just get, it's time for grounding. It's time to be grounded. There may be love. I do feel like with this King of Cups, there's this loving paternal energy, masculine energy. It's a creative force here, that you can now take the wisdom that you've learned on this intensely spiritual journey and awakening, and now figure out how you can transmit it into what you do on a daily, or how you can transmit that wisdom to the people that you're energetically connected to, but in the 3D. Okay, and we get vulnerability. Open your heart, allow yourself to be tender, because I do feel like there is a commitment that wants to come in here, Leo, in the 3D, or there's a union or a partnership. It doesn't all have to be romantic, but that's coming towards you, and it's like almost like we don't want you to miss this. Okay, and a return of Aphrodite. We've got the Four of Wands. Some of you may be in separation, and you may be working really hard on the remote planes to bring this person back, or bring yourself into union with a soulmate or a twin flame. This can happen, but Spirit's saying it won't happen if we're only meditating. Like, we have to take inspired action, align the heart and the mind. Okay, and if we want union here in the 3D, we will have to come, we will have to go do some grounding. Okay, really important. Wow, but I'm just getting this really intense energy, Leo. All right, you guys get physical activity. Yes, again, paying attention to your body, to your physical health, moving around. I'm also getting walking out in nature is going to be really important, especially those of you with a lot of water in your chart. Spending time near water is also going to be very grounding. Wow, yeah, time to get out and move. Okay, and we get synchronicities. Yeah, look at that. All of this beautiful, this lavender, this purple, this healing energy, this amethyst. So amethyst might be very helpful for you. But the synchronicities, yeah, okay. So we get 67 and 87. These numbers might be very important to you. Patience. What I'm getting here is that you've, like, with this blue energy, and I'm really seeing my lapis here. I'm really getting this energy, I'm getting third eye energy, but I'm also getting throat chakra, the need to be able to communicate what you have learned to others, because you guys have been on a very potent, magical awakening and spiritual journey, and it's almost like you're being called to impart this knowledge on others. It's like you're being called to act here in the 3D, and I'm getting a little bit of resistance to that. Okay, like a little bit of resistance. I think you're happy in this meditative space. You're happy sort of out in the universe, but what I'm getting off of the synchronicity card is that that when you come back, when you're grounded, Leo, that you're going to be getting, you're always going to be in touch with that spiritual energy and the spiritual realms, and especially through numbers and repeating patterns and synchronicities. Okay, so whether that's seeing an animal, or it's hearing something through the radio, or on music, or seeing repeating numbers. Okay, again, 67 and 87. you know, which respectively would be, let's see, 8 and 7. This would be 6 and 4. Okay, again, 6 and 4 might be really important to you. You might have those life path numbers. But again, being in this high priestess energy is beautiful. But what I'm getting is that there's a need for grounding here. Okay, I'm sorry. I also got very like in the clouds with this reading. It's like, it's okay to come back now, Leo. That's what I want to say. It's okay to come back now. Okay, we get the inner temple, life lessons. I go within my shadow for deep spiritual growth. Yeah, some of you guys may have been going through a very sort of dark period. Some of you guys may have been trying to heal something, okay, and really doing some deep healing work. I just heard, you know, ayahuasca. Okay, some of you guys might have been doing, might be doing ayahuasca, or you just might be doing lots of like shamanic journeying, past life regression and that sort of thing. And these life lessons, what's beautiful about this is that these life lessons, this is wisdom that you are being asked to impart on others, okay? Whether that's through teaching, through writing, through speaking, or just through your actions. Wow. And then you get the cosmos, ascend. I connect to oneness and expand my awareness. Yeah, this is the energy that you're in right now. Many of my Leos, also, you guys are identifying as star seeds. And that's true because we get Lemuria also coming out. Oh, okay. So you may, that's why this activation is very strong. And I feel it very intense in my chest. So lots of heart chakra. And I was starting to pick up on that with this sort of pink color here as well. Lots of heart chakra activation for those of you who identify as starseeds or who have come to this reading. Oh, okay. And Leos, you get Lady Nada. I told you, okay, I can't make this stuff up. Heart awakening. Awaken to acceptance and divine love. Give and receive in balance. Yes. All right, Leo. So this is heart awakening. I told you I'm feeling it in my heart chakra really heavy. I do feel like all of the work that you've been doing, the shadow work that you've been doing, Spirit is sort of like throwing down a lifeline, like throwing down an anchor or like a, you know, like a ladder or a rope and saying, Leo, it's time to come out of, you know, we've been in this scorpionic energy. We're moving into, or we've moved into this Sagittarius energy. Now it's time to grow and expand, but here in the 3D. Many of you guys, I do feel like there's a very strong soul connection that wants to come in, whether that's through pregnancy or it's a new beginning or, you know, it's a new relationship that is going to be very loving and very healing. But you need to awaken and accept this, which is being offered to you. Okay. It's divine love and it's going to be in different forms, but to give and receive in balance, because before there was an imbalance. Okay, and I feel like that you've been working so hard to bring things back into balance, and Spirit says yes. So now it's time to receive, Leo. Okay, it's time to receive, and we need to be grounded in order to do that. Wow, very powerful energy here, Leo. I'm going to leave it there. I hope you found clarity and guidance in these messages. Thank you for listening, and I hope you have a beautiful day. Take care.